Microphone on. That's what happens when you're here on one night. You just can't get the staff these days. YTS. We'll try that again. I'm going up. I'm coming back. Good evening, Leeds.
Good evening.
Fantastic. You're right in the balcony? As long as it's loose. Now, as I say, my name is Jonathan Royle and I'm a mind reader. Unfortunately, we don't have much time here this evening, so I'm going to be really, really quick. So, the gentleman here, sir. Before the show, I took 3 cards. The 2 of clubs, the 8 of hearts and the jack of spades. Now, I've done something to one of these cards, but I can't tell you yet, otherwise it defeats the object of the entire thing. You might be influenced by the jack of spades, because it's the only court card there. You may be influenced by the 8 of hearts, because it's the only red card there. Or you might think, I'll out-trick him and I'll go for the smallest card. So if you had to name just one card right now, which card would it be, sir? The gentleman down there.
2 of clubs.
The 2 of clubs. That was a free choice, wasn't it? We've not set anything up in advance. Now, if you'd have picked the 8 of hearts, nothing special about that. If you'd have picked the jack of spades, nothing special about that. But thankfully, I managed to predict in advance that you would indeed pick the 2 of clubs. The only one with a red back. Thank you. Now, obviously, to read minds, we need volunteers. So ideally, I need 4 perfect strangers, please. If you could be so kind. And I'm sure that if these 4 people make their way up to this wonderful here stage, everyone will give them a huge round of peer group pressure. Thank you very much indeed, sir. Just walk that way, that's fantastic. And just come over here. Just stand there on that circle, just about there, under the 10-ton weight, that's perfect. Volunteer number 2, if you could spot this way, thank you very much indeed. So give me a round of applause as well. Just stand there on the track here, that's wonderful. Thank you very much for coming up, sir. If you could just stand there, that's brilliant. And finally, this lady, a final round of applause. Thank you very much indeed. Very great for you all to get up here. Now, as you're nearest to me, and because we haven't got much time, okay, I'm sorry I'm going to be a little bit rude and not ask you names. I'm going to give you new names. You're now number 1. You're now number 2, you're number 3, and number 4. That's nice and easy for everyone, including myself, to remember. I'm going to try the most difficult thing with you, number 4, at the end. So I need to check we're in tune. So I've got 3 coloured envelopes here already at the start. We've got green, which is the colour of jealousy. Okay? We've got blue, which could be the colour of water. We've got red, which could be the colour of anger. There's positive traits to these colours as well, but I'm hoping that you'll be influenced by the colours to pick the ones that I hope you do. So please, just choose, name a colour for me now, if you would be so kind. Blue. Okay? You sure about that? Take the blue one, keep tight hold of it for now. That leaves me with green, the colour of jealousy, and red, the colour of anger. If I open up the red envelope, and from there pull this out, you will see that inside we have something that says, do not choose. We'll get rid of that for a moment. Also, we've got the green envelope. I open that up, and inside there's also a piece of paper that says, do not choose. Number 4, if you could be so kind to open your envelope. And take out what is inside, open that up and read it out nice and loud for everybody.
I predict that you will choose the blue.
Ladies and gentlemen, I predict that you will choose the blue envelope. You're going to be perfect for this, that's fantastic. I hope that I can tune in to the other 3 of you as closely, because when I go home tonight, my daughter, and I've got a picture of her here, Ashleigh, she's 2.5, and she'll say to me, Daddy, because I'll have to ring her after, she'll say, Daddy, were the audience really, really nice for the loads of people there? And I'll say, yes, they were, darling. And she'll say to me, Daddy, when you walked on, did they all clap and scream? And I'll say, yeah, they did, darling. And she'll say, you know, when you read the first 3 people's minds, if we get it right, I hope we do, did it go well? And I'll hopefully be able to say, yes, it did. And then she'll say, Daddy, did you get the lastest, the most difficultest one right? And I hope to be able to say yes to her. And if I can, then she'll say, oh, well, was it like that time a long time ago when you got it right? And everyone in the audience at the end, as the final person went back to the audience, all stood up and clapped and cheered. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you won't want me to disappoint that little girl, would you? But on a serious note, who here had a VHS video player when we used to have that? Yeah, okay. Who is as sad as me that they had a video book? You know where you kept a note of what tapes had what programmes recorded on? And which had blank space left. A few of you, I can tell by the laughs there. Well, I've got a similar thing for my daughter, except it's cartoon characters and film characters. Different characters of different DVDs that she's got. We play a game to help her get to bed at night, because she won't always be decisive and decide which actual DVD she wants. So the game we play is, that we've got number cards, and we're teaching her to, obviously, she's getting more and more words now. We started this when she was a lot younger. So what I'd like you to do is just say, stop, sir. You could have stopped there, number 13. Just take that, hold it against your chest. I don't want to see it, okay? Just say, stop. Stop. You could have had number 21, but take that, hold it against your chest. Keep it nice and close. Stop. Stop. Okay, could have been number 4, it isn't. Hold it against your chest. And definitely don't let me see yours, because we're going to do something really difficult with you. So just say, stop. Stop. Could have been number 3. It's not. Take that, hold it against your chest. We've now each got a random number. Now, those numbers are very important, because what we have here is Ashleigh's DVD book, my daughter, that I borrowed from her. And each page in this book has got a number on it, okay? So I'm going to give this book to you, sir. And I'm going to walk away. I'd like you, when I'm not looking, to look at your number, find out what number is on that card, and find that page in the book, and tell me when you've done that. So can you quickly look at your card? Yeah? Have you done that? Yeah. Then find that page number in the book. Tell me when you've done that. And then just the page that corresponds with that number, remember just one of the images from that page. Remember it, yeah? And then close the book. And pass it to person number 2. I'll take that card off you. Thank you very much. We'll get rid of that. Person number 2, can you look at your number card? And then find the corresponding page with that number. And when you've done that, remember just one of the images. You've done that, yeah, and pass it to person number 3. That's fantastic. We can get rid of that. Person number 3, if you could look at your card, I think you're getting the idea now. Find the page number that corresponds with that number that you freely selected. And then remember just one of the images on that page. Have you got one? Yeah, close the book, hand it to person number 4, but please do not open the book yet. We'll get rid of the card. The first 3 people, person number 1, 2 and 3. Think of your images you've got in mind. Imagine that in front of you here is a television set, perhaps a TV with a DVD player underneath it, and you're just about to place in the relevant DVD into that DVD player for my daughter. So just imagine doing that on the count of 3, placing it in, and it starts to play. Imagine yours, look at the screen, and I need to see the way you're thinking. Okay, we're going to go for this. Don't say anything, don't tell me anything until I ask you. But the 3 characters I'm going to go with and name are, don't tell me if I'm right there, but I'm going to go with Thomas the Tank Engine, Bob, it's the kid's book, it's my daughter's, Thomas the Tank Engine, Bob the Builder, and I think Scooby-Doo. I'm going to come to you first, sir. On the count of 3, if I name the character that you freely chose and it was in your head, please just shout out hallelujah and then make your way back. Everyone will give you a huge round of applause. 1, 2, 3. Bob the Builder, is it correct? Yeah, we said Bob the Builder. Give him a round of applause to go back to the audience. Fantastic. Don't say anything, but on the count of 3, if I named yours, just say hallelujah. 1, 2, 3.
Hallelujah.
Give him a round of applause and go back to the audience. Fantastic. Person number 2, if I named yours, just say hallelujah on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Hallelujah. Give him a round of applause and go back to the audience. Now, there's only one person, so I can ask your name, darling. What's your name? Laura. Okay. Now, the thing is, I realised that perhaps because my daughter uses that so often, peripheral vision, I may have noticed roughly where the book opened, and I know which 6 characters were on that page, and I know what she picks most normally, so what is most likely to have been chosen. So I thought the only way to truly know if I was reading somebody's mind was if I was blindfolded. So I'm going to blindfold myself. While I'm doing that, I would like you to look at your number card, okay? Look at it. And then, do me a favour, because I can't see a damn thing. Could you just get my hand and bring me forward a bit, please, Laura? Thank you. Look at your number card. Then find that page in the book. And when you've got that page, tell me. Remember, one image from that page, then close the book and place it onto the table, wherever that goddamn is now. And then if you could stand so that you are at the side of me, but looking sort of at me, Laura. And think of the character you've got in mind. Okay, if we get this right, everyone will go mad with applause as you go back to the audience. Here we go. Right, I'm getting something. I'm getting the colour green. Without giving away what it is you're thinking of, does the colour green make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Fantastic. I'm going to go for it then. The character is Kermit the Frog. Laura, sorry about this, where are you? Thank you for getting out. Sorry, some things don't always work. Give her a round of applause and still back. Laura, what character was it? Shrek. Okay, have you made your way back? Well, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately it looks like I might have to tell lies to my daughter tonight, which is a shame. Because if we'd have got this right, I'm sure you'd have been all standing members of the audience, and we would have had a miracle.
And then I saw her face.